Hi, my name is Gil Robertson, president of the African American Film Critics Association. Today, we are absolutely thrilled to be talking to Letitia Wright about her new film, Surrounded. We're going to kick things off by introducing you to the AAFCA members on the call today, starting with Kim Singleton in New York, Nancy Green in Los Angeles, Ray Cornelius in Atlanta, Al McGee in South Florida, Carolyn Hines in Toronto, Dana Abercrombie in New York, New York. I'm going to let you guys do what you do so well, and I will see you on the other side.
We were free, but we had no place to be free. Lord, help me reach my piece of the promised land. Protect me on this journey.
Marauders.
Join us. We're all equals here.
Nobody make sudden move.
Get on down.
Hurry up.
Drop the rifle!
I got him.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the sheriff and bring him here. You stand guard.
This beanpole guard him? That's Tommy Walsh.
Here we are. You and me. Coyote and the horse. You know, those white folk ain't coming back. Just because they don't want to look at you don't mean I can't see. You'll always be a slave to the white man.
What'd you call me?
I said you'll always be a slave.
Till you been on this side, keep your mouth shut. They'd rather hang me for the color of my skin than to hang you for what you did. You ain't never gonna hang white boy.
I had to learn as a black woman living in this damn white world that I gotta work 3 times as hard to get 1/5 of what I deserve. After the war, I made a promise that I'll fight for those that can't fight for themselves.
It looks like we believe in the same thing.
An eye for an eye.
Just go about it different ways.
Let's go about it together.
My body's
I didn't get a piece of my promised land. Didn't get the rivers flowing with milk and honey.
You have to take what you deserve.
You know, there's money buried out here.
I think you best unchain me now.
Follow you or die.
Yeah.
Baby girl, you in dangerous water.
You can be a hero. The glory of it. Tommy Walsh and the Colored Girl.
What's my name? Small Washington.
God damn. That's not a headline you heard before.
Hi, Letitia. Ray Cornelius here with Upfront Inside the Entertainment Industry. First of all, congratulations on an amazing film. Really enjoyed watching it. And just wanted to talk to you about the physicality of this role. I think this pulled out another side of you that we didn't quite see in the Black Panther series and in some of the other films that you have been in, and was really excited to see you with that gun as well. So if you can, talk a little bit about that, and if you did your own stunts as well.
Okay, thank you. Interestingly enough, this was the first film I had done in the series of 5 projects. Let's say 4 projects that came after that. So I did Surrounded, Silent Twins, Aisha, then Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So it's interesting that I'm now coming back full circle on this project, and that was, yeah, by far the most physically demanding project I had been given to start off the series of films that I had to lead back to back. And yes, it was, again, I'm always trying to find things that are challenging, but also different. I'm trying to be a chameleon in this game where it's like, you know, there's one thing over here and there's another thing over here, like just really diversify my portfolio and my craft. So yeah, there was a lot of training involved. There's one section of stunts that I did not do. There was one particular section that I didn't do. Other than that, I did everything else. I did learn how to safely shoot a gun. And yeah, that's me shooting shooting up those mortars. And yeah, it was a fun experience, but also in a way gave me the confidence to step into the other projects, because I just had this huge physically demanding project to do. So the other stuff was a little bit more easy. Yeah.
Well, you killed it. No pun intended, but no, you
Right.
you really did an excellent job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I agree with Ray. You did an amazing job. I'm Kim Singleton, considered a Black-led podcast and television show out of New York City. And I love Westerns, but more importantly, I love the fact that you represent this strong Black woman in the 1800s. And I think those stories are not told, and we need to see more of them on the big screen. So tell us how you came to the role and how you felt when you saw the strength of this particular character.
Yes, it was a role that came to me by them just saying, hey, Tish, we know of your work. We love what you do. We feel like you can play Mo. I read it. I really enjoyed it. I saw the ways in which I wanted it to be improved. Some of those improvements were just making sure her voice was very clear, and her voice wasn't one of a victim, but a victor. And that's really challenging to do sometimes in our industry. But thankfully I was around people who listened and championed what I believed in, and yes, like, so that's how it came about. And I loved it because it was based on Kenneth Williams. If you know, this is not told a lot in our history books, but this Black woman was a buffalo soldier. You know, she fought alongside men, and just as good as them too, for survival in a time where you know, being a Black woman was a difficult thing to be, because of the dangers of it all. And she found a way to protect herself. Sadly, she had to do that, hiding herself as a man. And I just found her story to be not only really compelling, but really brave. And I love characters like that. And I have little sisters, you know, and I try to make good decisions in my projects so that, yes, the projects are versatile, but it all kind of all has a similar theme of women who are over, they're defying the odds that's set against them. And I just enjoy doing that. That's kind of like the pocket that I feel good about. So yes.
Well, you were just amazing. I'm going to watch it again.
Thank you. And I like that you like Westerns too.
Oh, yes, I love them. But we're not going to get off on that tangent.
Right.
Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon, Letitia. My name is Al McGee with WhyYouTicket.com. First of all, I want to congratulate you for your work you've done with Brian Coogler and Steve McQueen. And now you taking me now to something different about you. I never expected you to play this type of character. And the reason I say that, because in my mind, I couldn't see you doing it. But tell me, how did you get started in the film? And what really inspired you to say, I can do this?
Yeah, so like I shared before, just coming across the script, coming across the story, then understanding that Mo Washington is actually directly inspired by Kenneth Williams. And I just thought to myself, as a Black woman that existed in this time who believed that she can defy the odds that was placed against her, and she had enough faith that she could make it through, I can do this too. This is an opportunity to not only honor her and honor her story by, you know, using her story as inspiration for Mo Washington, but also, if she could do it, I could do it. She didn't just kick down those doors for me to just, you know, be, you know, kind of like scared of approaching this. The moment that I believed I could do it is by seeing her. She was an example to me. I just had to believe that I can dedicate myself enough to fit this role, to take myself into this character. And it was a challenge because yes, like I've been doing different things for years. I'm always tapping into different characters. I've been doing indie films way before Black Panther, and not many people know that. But when you have such a big project like that, which I absolutely love and I cherish it so much, it kind of makes people just get stuck in their ways of how they think of what you can do. So this was another opportunity to kind of like redefine the odds for myself and like just do something completely left field, completely different, that will be a part of my portfolio and my legacy.
Wow, I really like the way you compared yourself to your new main character in the movie Surrounded. That was very brilliant for me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Nancy Green with Film Critique.
Hey.
And hi. And I just wanted to know, you've done so many stunts and everything in Black Panther as well. So for this movie, what was the hardest part for you? Like, what's one of the biggest scenes that you feel like was really difficult and you're proud of how it turned out?
Ooh, that's a good question. There's a lot of these scenes. I would say, man, I have to pick one, but I would say the scenes where we see Mo Washington truly kind of like surprise everyone with her skills, her gun skills, really. I had to master that. It didn't feel right to have a stunt person do that, because I just wanted to, if this woman, Kenneth Williams actually was a part of the Buffalo Soldiers and she did this and I'm inspired by her, then I have to educate myself and kind of like dedicate myself to doing this. So for me, it was like some of those intricate moments of like really tight scenes with a lot of tension, but you have to be very focused and very committed to, shooting correctly and doing your stunts correctly. And I just remember there's a particular scene where she comes into a situation and of disappointment, and she has to think really fast, it's like a fight or flight moment. And just seeing this Black woman go into action and everybody's like, whoa, like you can really shoot, like you can really defend yourself. I think I was really proud of that, because everybody behind the camera was just like, yo, did you see Tish? Like she really did a thing today. So yeah, those are some of those moments.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Moses Washington, she's searching for her own definition of freedom. And so I wanted to know, based off that, how did you build the psychology of the character, especially in an environment where it's a life and death cat and mouse situation?
Good question. Man, yeah. Again, research, understanding your environment when you're researching, being realistic. What would it mean to be a Black woman in this time, hiding away as a man, to survive? Naturally, that brings up the type of mindset that you need to have. Naturally, that will feed into the psychology of the character. And also, again, Kenneth Williams, just reading about her history, reading about what she had to overcome, and putting myself in her shoes and being like, wow, like what would it mean to be on a battlefield with men, knowing that you would rather just be at home right now, but you're here and you're trying to survive, you're trying to make it to the next day. I think those are some of the ways in which, or those are some of the things in which just fed my spirit and my psyche as well, to keep going each day on set and to dedicate as well. Because I just thought about her a lot, like even being in the terrain and like being in the weather. It's like, it's really cold, it's really hot, like going through all of these different things. You haven't showered, like all of these different things. What would she be experiencing right now? And I let that drive me and also, dictate what was happening mentally as well. Great question.
Hi, Letitia. Carolyn Fisher. Here's What Happened in Carolyn Talks podcast. And thank you so much for doing this roundtable with us and for making this film, because I am not familiar with the story of Kenneth Williams. So I'm hoping that many people, and I myself, will go and do research about her. One of the things about that strikes me about this film, though, it's named Surrounded, and it's about her, this character, Mo Washington, being surrounded by all of these men. But I think another name that it could be called is trust, in that she can't trust anyone, you know, and the only person that she can actually trust is herself and this higher power, because she believes in God. She holds on to that faith very deeply. But I love the situations where she has to decide. She wants to trust people, but she can't, you know, she can't trust any of these men. She has like this white man. I'm like, this man is her enemy, but she's like, can I trust you? She has a black man that turns up. She's like, I want to trust you because you're a black man and you should be supporting me. And I want you to talk about how the character of Mo is struggling with the issue of trust, but also you as an actress and also the producer on this project, learning how to trust yourself as an actress to perform this character, but also working as a producer and learning how you have to be able to trust the people that you're working with as a producer and an actress on this project. So I want you to talk about the issues of trust, be on screen and off screen.
Okay, great question. Yes, so a little bit of the on-screen trust for myself is, again, I try to equip myself with a lot of research. The more I know, the more I can lean on, you know, the more I can feed myself with the truth. And then it's just me and the script. So I try to apply myself in that way. And then on screen, it's like trusting the people around you, the characters to really go the distance with you on set. And yeah, just being real about the situation. Like, you know, you have a black woman that's like trying to get from one end to the next. Like, she's like, God, just take me from here to there, like, please. And naturally, your trust will be tested, you know, because if you live in this society, you already know what it is to be a black woman in this society. It's not going to be easy. And then off screen, yeah, you have to trust that your team members are in sync with you. And I think that's something that's earned over time. It doesn't always show up the way that you want it to, but it's earned over time. And yeah, you have to just literally find the right people who are in sync with you. And if something's not going correctly and you feel like your trust is not really being respected, or you can't really feel safe, you just have to speak up. So it goes hand in hand, but yes, it was a good question, and I hope that answers it.
It does. Thank you so much. And I was just like, girl, don't trust none of these men. Men, no matter what race, can't be trusted.
And it was just, yeah, it's an interesting story. But I like that you said that she needed to trust herself and her faith, because that's what she started with. That's what she ultimately has to end with.
Well, Letitia, once again, thank you, and another amazing performance.
Thank you.
We love this movie, and we are certainly looking forward to following and supporting you throughout your journey. So from the world's largest group of Black film and TV critics, thank you for participating in this edition of AAFCA Roundtables. Have a great day.
All right. Bless you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.